Alright, this is the Thrift Trader again. Well, my name is Natalie, but on the internet, I like to go by the Thrift Trader. Um, Especially when I'm thrifting things and selling them on eBay. That's what I do. For the first part of this video that I already did, I was explaining how I got kind of scammed on these PlayStation 1 games that I met up with this girl for, and two of the video games were missing a disc. Fortunately, this one was fine, but this one was worth less than the other three. And it was just kind of like the extra video game that I knew would sell for something, but not much. So it sold for 10 with free shipping. What's funny about this one also is that a person messaged me and was like, "Hey, can you check for the manual to see if it's still in there?" I was like, yeah, I'll do that when I get home. I was at work. And so I looked at the listing, and in the condition, it said the manual is not included. So I was like, I wrote back, I said, "Hey, it looks like in the condition I wrote the manual is not included, so unfortunately, it's not, it's not included." So, that person had already bought the video game, weirdly enough. Like, they bought it and then they asked me about it. And the person was like, "Oh, well, in your description, it says that it is in there, and you took a picture of the manual." And like, oh, okay. So I looked at all that. Sure enough, I took a picture of the manual, and I put that it had the manual into the description. I think what happened is that I went back later and thought that I didn't have the manual, and I was like, I better put that in there just in case someone thinks it's in there. And the whole time in the it was in the the freaking sorry, the case the whole time. I'm looking at the time, make sure I'm not running out of time. Only got 15 minutes again. Alright, so our next thing, sorry about the long story for that one. Crystal Pepsi. This one was cool because it was a free item. I won it in a contest that Pepsi was having when they came out with a brief. Um, I don't know what it was, like a promotion for Crystal Pepsi, and they were giving out all these prizes. This is the only thing I won, but several people won it, and I'm a member of the Reddit group r/r/flip flipping, and a lot of people were signing up for these, and a lot of people were winning them. But I kept sitting on them, and I did not list them till forever, probably till late May or June, and I got them in like January or February. So I don't know why I did that. It was really, I guess, because I was scared to ship them because it's a carbonated beverage. I didn't want them to bust. And but finally I said, you've got to get this out. Either drink them or get them out of your house. So I finally listed them, and within approximately a month or a month and a half, they sold for the full amount, $100, free shipping. Ended up making 78 with that's including fees and everything. So not bad for a free item. That was all profit. This one was cool. I went to Goodwill and was looking through their DVDs. This was sitting there with no price. So I knew it was probably worth something. I mean, people really like this game. And it had like all this stuff with it. It had all of these games. These discs had multiple discs in the cases. Um, it had this card game that was still sealed. These packages were still sealed, and all these maps. And I was like, oh, this is something cool. So they were only charging me. I went up to the counter, and they were like, we'll take 6 for this, because they only sold like the 3 disc or 3 cases. And I was like, sweet, thank you. I think if they knew what they had, they'd probably mark it up to 10 or even 15, but it worked out really well for me. Um, I was hoping for 40, I brought it down to 30 after it not selling for a little while, and it was kind of a large item. So got it out of here at 30 plus shipping. That was awesome. This is another Super Nintendo purchase. This was with a lot of games I bought at a garage sale. I bought 7 video games, and each one was $2. So this was $4. Made 15 on it. Tried to get, I think, almost 20. Finally, I lowered it to 15, and it sold really quickly within a few days. So I wish the one you really want to have here is Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat, the first one on SNES, doesn't have any blood or anything. I think Mortal Kombat 3 does, but for some reason I can't remember why. It's a lesser game than the second one, and it would have been awesome if I had the entire set. I probably could have got a little bit for it, but I was happy with this price. $4 into 15. It's not terrible. This I got in a huge. This was I got a ton of like sealed DVDs and VHSs at a Goodwill that I'd never been to before. They had so many DVDs and just all this media, and so I picked up all of it, and maybe $14. This was in there, so I got this for probably 60 cents. It's a VHS. It's sealed. It took a long time, longer than all the other stuff, and but I believe this is the last of it. And $10 with free shipping. I got more than my money back. This is not actually sold. I included this to tell a story about it. A quick story because we're almost halfway through with my 15 minutes. I'm not going to do Screencast-O-Matic next time because I like to tell stories and I'm not very quick with it. Anyway, so the person that bought this was from Iceland, and she knocked it out of the global shipping program by asking me to send her an invoice. I have fallen for this trick before with another international buyer, but it actually turned out well because the person got their delivery, nothing went wrong. I never heard anything from the buyer. They were very pleased with their purchase. And there was also a book. This person said, I will buy this from you. They already technically bought it. It said sold. They said, I will buy this from you if it will go for $27, which is the amount that it will go to Ireland. This person is from Iceland. Now, I realize Iceland and Ireland are fairly close. They're not right next to each other, but they're fairly close together. But that doesn't mean that it's going to cost the same amount or less. I don't know why this person thought that, if there's something I'm missing here. But yeah, they wanted me to send them an invoice, so I said fine. The last time I sent a book internationally outside of global shipping, it did okay. So we'll try it again. I'll go with it. So I sent the invoice, and the lowest cost that it said that it would ship this for was like $54. And I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of money for this book. This book is like £5, by the way. So she gets this invoice. It's like $70-something. And she's like, what? I'm not paying this. This is not $27 or less. And I'm like, but you bought it. Like, you didn't ask me first. So it was really aggravating. And so now this person isn't going to pay me. I didn't do a unpaid buyer's case because I don't know. I thought it might be better just cancel the order and say that the buyer asked me to cancel. I don't know if that was the best thing or not. Maybe not. But now I have to wait 10 days for this person to say that I gave them a refund that they never even for money that they never even gave me. So it's a big mess, and I'm hoping I don't come out badly because of it. Next item is the other 4 games that I got. These were $2 a piece. This Troy Aikman right here. If you ever see it, let me just get a better picture. If you ever see it, don't pick it up. It is worthless. It is literally worth the $2 I paid for it. Sports games do terrible. But it still made up a decent lot here. This went for $35. $8.35 is also, plus the shipping is not bad, so I'm not complaining at all. The most expensive one here, I believe, was the Power Rangers one. I think this usually by itself goes for about $17. This maybe goes for, I can't remember, maybe a little less than $15. This one I don't think is worth all that much, $8 or $10. And like I said, Troy Aikman is worthless. Poor Troy Aikman there. This game is just, yeah. So, I was really happy with that price. The last thing we got is this Starbucks mug. I will be very careful in the future to pick up more Starbucks mugs because this took months. I think I got this at the beginning of this year, and it's just now selling, and maybe even late last. I need to record what the dates are that I'm getting the stuff because I just hate when I hear like stuff is hot or stuff it will sell well and then it sits forever. And I think part of the reason is because of the city. The city is Los Angeles, as you can see. And it's just a really common city, is what I've been told. If it's one of the lesser cities, not lesser, but like, I guess odd cities, like Nevada, or Scavenger Life had a mug that was just like this, same series, but like it was like in Nevada or Arizona or somewhere, and they made like $25 for it, and I could barely sell this for $15. This took forever, but it finally did sell, so you can't say they don't sell. It's just beware of Starbucks mugs and what city you're getting. They may not sell as quickly. But it was a cool mug. I really liked it. That's all of the things I have. Sorry I had to put it in 2 parts. And sorry, I've noticed in my last video that I'm kind of like speaking really slow. And it's because I'm trying to watch my words. I'm trying to not trip over my words. So hopefully I'll become better at that as I make more videos. I hope sales have been good for everyone out there. Like I was saying earlier, my sales for July have really, especially the latter half of July, really were kicking ass. Like I did not expect that because my June sales sucked. So I could not believe that people were buying this much in July. I think also that my video game sales really made a difference. They were sitting for a little while, and I think I got them in May. They sat, like I said, June was like a really slow month. My video games sat and sat. Late June, July, video games really picked up for me. So if you aren't selling video games and you want to get some summer sales, I highly recommend them. Doing some research on them. They're not that hard. Sometimes you may have to figure out a way to test them, but some video games are very easy. If they're discs, they're not terribly scratched up. Usually they'll work. If they're Nintendo cartridges, usually they'll work. Unless it's like the first NES, then it's kind of sketchy whether they will or not. Anyway, have a great month of August for your sales, and thank you so much for watching. Leave me any comments. Bye.